Are we live? I think
Now
we're
we
live.
are.
Oh my God.
Stream
Are we
is
live
live.
again?
Yep, we did it.
It's been so long.
I wish though that I could have gotten. I have the best video ever, and at the end of it, I have a still of Justin jumping off a cliff. And if I can, like, it's going to start our podcast from now on. Hello, everyone. If you are joining us because you're wondering what the hell is going on, I'm Jonna.
I'm Justin.
That's dead.
I'm Dead Dreams.
And we're just trying not to die out here.
That's all we got going on right now. Like, this is it.
Basically how we do.
I think it's like
we just try.
everywhere. Everywhere is just blistering hot.
It is. And okay, here we go. I'm sharing it over. Yeah, I have the coolest little crazy thing, and it has a little Justin falling off the end. He's falling to his death. But that's how I am. And I have his permission to kill him off. So
Just like Survivor, you know.
Ooh,
The tribe has spoken.
It downloaded finally. I'm going to have to try to see if I can't play it. If you want to see the insanity that is what I created, then, let us know. Or you may just see it anyway.
That's how West
Good night.
Virginia internet.
You'll end up seeing it anyway.
You're going to end up seeing it anyway. But there's no escaping it. It's West Virginia girl. That's what it is. I did all of this makeup and it's hard to see. This is me. There we go. Have to get my crooked glasses
Golf clap,
on.
everyone. Golf clap.
Golf clap. I have to get my crooked glasses on. They go crooked every time we do this. I don't know what it is. One of my ears.
When your
Must
ears
be.
are just crooked.
Has to be. So, we are back tonight with Dead Dreams, Silhouette Death. He has, let's see. The last time we spoke with him, he had just put out the H.H. Holmes release. It was the inspired. H.H. Holmes inspired.
It's funny that you say that because there was only one song that was actually inspired about him, but the more I listened to the album, I'm like, it's kind of funny that it actually touched on a little bit of everything. So
yeah,
like,
it kind of bled into everything, didn't it? I'm getting a glare.
It's like
There we go.
They did that.
Yeah. Because that was also like a collaboration with pretty much like Blood of the Beloved. Death of the Zenith, Courtney from Seraphim, fucking Anti-Hero. But all the songs, pretty much reflect around, the life of H.H. Holmes. Even though one song was only truly meant to be H.H. Holmes, and that was Monster Inside.
Did you have any of that bleed into your new release at all?
The new, Galvanic was more of a reset than anything. Like, I had Metamorphosis and then a couple singles, like Suffer and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Galvanic was strictly a reset of music going back to, when I first started making beats and shit. More of the electronic EDM, dark wave nuance. But the new record,
I was going to say, are you still there?
That's going back. I keep freezing?
Yeah, a little bit.
What is it?
You kept freezing up there a little bit. It might just be your light. I'm not entirely too sure.
It's the time difference. It's absolutely the time difference. Yeah, my glasses, that's going to bug me. I have like these crooked.
Just do that the whole
There you
time.
go with the
Yeah,
librarian
just-
look.
So the new release, though, is kind of a throwback for you.
It is.
It is back to whenever you first started, because completely separate from what we normally hear from you, this is EDM.
Yeah.
And
This is.
I mean,
it's going back to like the industrial fucking dance wave, like 90s, early 1000 fucking shit.
The
Now,
only
what-
thing that kind of reminds me of that would be like Blue Monday by Orgy.
Blue Monday by Orchard
Yeah,
is a good
a
song.
little bit.
Whenever you say like industrial, like kind of sound from like the 2000s, they immediately come into my head.
Yeah, Orgy, Manson, Mechanical Animals,
Okay.
Fear Factory, Static X, a little bit. But the thing with this album is there's no vocals to it, so it's more of a kind of like Skinny Puppy or
You didn't even do
Scott.
like any like sample vocals or anything like that, like sampling from different pieces from different songs and throwing them in there like other EDM artists do that.
Yeah, no, this is all except for one. That's Want Me, which has a female vocal that I found in my archive. But other than that, yeah, no, it's all just original fucking beats and instrumentals.
It's got like a rave night appeal, but it's not like the type of rave
Like there's not going to be
like-
any smoke like coming up from behind them like during a breakdown or anything like that.
I mean, I could totally see that happening, but we're looking more on less shiny, happy people with the light plays and more red lights. There's a darkness
Dancing
to it.
with razor blades.
Yeah, like. Well, I mean, that's more like Britney Spears with her
Blade.
little knives and stuff, but.
I guess a perfect example of that would be like the dance scene in Blade.
Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
Where like blood's pouring on everybody and they're just fucking dancing out and everybody's getting eaten. Yeah.
It definitely got a goth appeal to it, but it has a broad appeal to it. Like, I think because I've listened to so much of your music, there is, I noticed that no matter how much someone tries to change, you can change, but there's going to be like this thumbprint that every artist leaves. And it's a way their mind works. And it's kind of like interwoven in all of the music that they make. And it's there for yours. And so I hear the deeper undertones, the things that, you know, have always made your music like what I know. It's completely separate from anything you've ever done, but there is a sense of dark familiarity there.
Yeah, especially in like Doped Circuit or Trapped Minds, Catacomb Grounds, The Night. Like there's always that tinge of, you know, creeping through the graveyard kind of sense.
Yeah, I could see that. And like, whoops, I need to.
Jonna.
Cardinal Sin. Cardinal Sin. Oh, I was so bad.
Shame
now
on
you gotta
you.
take a drink.
I have Coke.
I'll do it for you, Jonna.
The hardest thing I have is Alka-Seltzer. So
I'll do it for you too.
So
actually, that's what I'm drinking on right now.
Alka-Seltzer?
Happy Dad. No, not Alka-Seltzer. Hard seltzer.
I have shots around here somewhere from Christmas. I know I do.
Aged.
Look, all right. I'm happy to try to at least keep up with you youngins.
Hey,
right?
hey, got a joke for you. What kind of whiskey does Jared Fogle like?
Ew.
Whatever's aged 10 years.
Jesus Christ.
Gotta start it off hot.
Oh,
So let's go back into the music. So what made you kind of go back to the beginning of whenever you actually started producing music? What made you want to go back to that and then release that as something new that you have done?
I think it was more along like for the past. Let's see, I created Silhouette Death in 2021, 2020, somewhere in there. It's been almost 5 years, so I don't know. I felt like I needed to like reset my mind because everything has been, I felt like has been said so far that I needed to say. So I wanted to go back to just basics, like simplicity in a sense of, going back to hitting up gothic raves and shit like that and capturing that.
So the stuff that was
But
fun
also
for you
have-
is like nostalgic in a way.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like there's always like it's always there. Like you could tell with some of the some of my songs because I do have some of those, like what's a good one? Can't think of it right now. I have so many fucking song titles in my head.
you have a huge catalog.
I do. It's over 100. It's like over 100 songs and over 13 official releases, including singles. So this one will be technically the 5th full-length album, but it's like fuck, dude.
Well,
But yeah, mostly simplicity of going back and creating just beats. And
music isn't
dance
like
music.
the only word though. I was
Agreed.
speaking and then I though.
There
though.
You see, you went left when you should.
Professionalism.
You left when you went left when
That
you went
is
right.
not just me.
You fucked me up too. You left when you should have went right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
went left, went right.
that's just my bloodline. Just leave me alone. I blame my bloodline for that.
But the music though, like that's not the only thing you've kind of like gone back with. You've also gone back to doing live shows.
I have. Like that was always not the plan, but once you do it once, you get that itch. And not only that, but improving on what you can do, especially by yourself, on making it interesting.
I would imagine that would be
Like,
probably the toughest whenever you're a solo performer.
It is, and I constantly critique myself on shit. But everybody tells me that they like it, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. Like, it's just me. Me, some lights, and a backdrop. That's it. Like,
Okay,
and
I
I try to use
know,
the stage as much as possible.
like you guys are both musicians. And so I know that to you, you are the same person on and off the stage. But as someone who has watched so many live shows, as someone who is a fan of music and not just like someone in the industry, there is a change that comes over a performer. And I don't care if you're a solo performer, if you are doing this, if you're behind the guitar, behind the drums, if you're the vocalist, there is this essence of you being caught in your own music, and it's something that causes a visual change. You can actually see. So to you guys are already like immersed in your music. You're already caught up in your music. But what we see is a completely different person than who we know. So
It's like we just have all split personality disorders.
you kind of do. You kind of do. And let's face it,
Yeah.
if you're in any kind of a creative anything, then there is madness. I call it beautiful madness, but it's insanity. It is.
I mean, I agree with that 100%. It happens every time, regardless of what regardless of what members were behind me. You still get caught up in it, and you still always give it like 100%. You have this vision of what you want to portray, and whether it is something that's real life or you're taking, little hints of a character, it's in the back of your mind. You just sprinkle that on top of your actual personality, your real life persona, and it's what you get. You get what's on stage.
So as a solo artist, what would be like your favorite song that you have performed so far? Which one do you really feel you get entangled in that music with?
Oh shit.
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't prepared this time.
For me, it's all of them. For me,
All
it's
of
all
them?
of them. I can't like each song has a different story, a different nuance, a different action to reaction. Like I can go all the way from, that's the great thing about being a solo artist. Like I can take a song that I did with Skeptic, keep him on the backing tracks, even though he's not there, still perform it and act like he is there. Or I can go all the way from, Haunted Reflections, which is just heavy as fuck, and just get into it and headbang. So, I mean, there are a few songs that I may never perform live on stage, like Home, for example, just because that one holds so much pain for me.
Yeah.
And, but it's one of those things. It's depending on who I'm playing with or opening up for is the way I do my set list. So, I mean, that's the great thing about also being a solo artist is the genre doesn't define you. You can take songs from each little bit of album and make it fit of who you're playing with.
Yeah.
So there is no favorite. Now there are definitely fun ones to do. Like That Day or, Haunted Reflections, or even from the unreleased shit from the very beginning, like Creepin' for Fun. But, how's that for prepared?
I think you are always prepared. You're always prepared, sir.
So there's absolutely no chance of you performing Home live. None whatsoever. Or do you think it's just not the right time yet?
Oh no, like there's still a music video that's archived away, that's unreleased. And that is like one of my very first songs that I've ever done. So there just hasn't been an opportunity to do it and do it justice. But there still are songs that I've done that, hit that nerve. It's like, You know, you can't help, like, everything else just disappears and you're in the moment of it.
Mhm.
And then you find yourself, like, realizing that you're not moving, you're just singing
Right.
to that person even though they're not there.
I would think that probably one of the hardest things would be something like home, because I know that pain, confusion, any heavy emotions really do bring out the best music, but at the same time, I would think that some of them would be so private, so personal and private, that it would be really hard to look back on some of them.
Yeah, understandably, if it's something that like you perceive as yours and not really for anybody else, that's more than fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I see.
I mean,
do
it
see-
is.
Yeah, I do see a lot of artists that do that. It's like, I'm going to record this song. This song has a lot of meaning, but it's mine. It's for me. It's not for anybody else.
And if you did some digging, it's not like you can't find it. But
Right, you're not
Yeah,
just going to
it's-
willingly put it out there for the public,
Yeah.
basically.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
which all makes complete sense.
No, it does make complete sense. And I mean, I have some writings that are like that for me. You know, I'm not a musician, but I am an author. And yeah, sometimes there's just some writings that are so personal that I'm like, yeah, that one's staying in the vault. That one's not coming out.
Yeah, count it as like a journal entry.
Pretty much.
part of your memoirs.
Oh, I don't know that we're writing memoirs. I don't know that we're writing memoirs. But
Come on.
I
let's have
I
the
am
fun.
going. Woo! Nah, John is not a tell-all kind of girl.
For us, our songs are memoirs. So
I could imagine, actually. I would think that is true.
Say, why'd you say it like that, Jonna? It's kind of weird.
yeah.
Oh my God, no, we're not. Because
It sounded like the beginning of a Lifetime movie network event.
if everyone I know dies before me, then maybe.
I mean, I can just like hear it now.
So that's the only way?
That's the only way John is given any memoirs.
Like, I can honestly kind of hear it now in the beginning of like either Lifetime or Hallmark. Like, pick which one, either Hallmark or Lifetime.
Okay, Hallmark.
Okay. In a Hallmark movie event, Jonna Machika. She's not a tell-all kind of girl, but she is. I don't know what you're gonna be.
I don't know either. I mean, a legend. I don't know. I mean, like,
Why did you go so high up on the pole? Like,
because I have to. Damn it.
I was gonna be like a redheaded soul sucker, but she became the redheaded soul sucker.
she is a legend. She is perceived as a witch, a cold-hearted bitch.
Dude.
She is the owner and
The
CEO
memoir.
of First Angel Media. Yeah, it could just be called The Memoir, rated PG-13.
Yeah.
PG-13.
I'm pretty sure it'd be rated X. I don't think there'd be no PG in it.
NC-17. Safe.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
So
Then there'll
if
be
you
a
noticed
director's cut.
I was
and-
looking off to the side. It's because I was going to try to do this, and I think that this might actually be like the perfect time now. I want to say this little present button should be a screen share. I think.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
Well, if we have technical difficulties, we may be right back.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll be back. We'll be back. There we go. Okay. We'll set that one as the screen that we're going to share. So this is why Jonna's not writing memoirs, because she does weird stuff like this for her friends. Let's see here. There we go. So are you able to see this?
I'm shielding my eyes because I don't know what it
Yeah.
is.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. No lady bits are showing.
I thought that was someone's
Lady
head,
bits.
Johnny.
No, that's a pillow so that nobody sees the lady bits are covered.
That had me fucked up.
Okay. And this is from Erica Ray. This is from Erica Ray. This is one of our favorite photographers in the area. And she is like Justin's personal photographer.
Whoa.
We actually haven't done a shoot in quite a while, so we gotta catch up on that. She's been working a lot too, so
She's amazing though, seriously. She really is. And we did
She
a
looks
workshop.
like she does good work.
She does great work. We were doing a workshop, and the only thing I think that I need to do there is like get the Silhouette Death logo and like put it at the top of the bed, sort of like slightly translucent so that, you know, it's showing.
hashtag Erica
Make
Ray.
that happen.
What we're gonna have to make it happen. We will. Yeah, hashtag Erica Ray. If anybody watching does not know her, if you're in the Pittsburgh, if you're anywhere, actually, she has camera, will travel. Erica Ray Photography. That's Erica RAE Photography. And she's done so many beautiful shots of so many beautiful people on and off the stage that like she is a premier photographer in this area, as well as you know, several others that I know.
And an absolute psychopath because she went to Kentucky and then she drove back and then she went back to Kentucky like 16 hours.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's just commitment.
Well, speaking of commitment, you committed to something else while you were making all of these changes with your music and going back to shows. And what did you commit to that I straight up called you on?
You're in trouble
It
now,
wasn't
buddy.
even committing. It was more like acquiring. It wasn't committing to anything. It was acquiring something. There's a total difference between committing and acquiring.
I get feelings, and when I get feelings, my feelings are never wrong. And I saw a post from Solunar Records, and they're like, we got something really big coming up. We're adding somebody new. I was like, it's dead. And like, there was no,
it's like,
there's no like,
it's you, isn't it? I'm like, no, it's not me.
Yeah, I went straight and I'm like,
something good.
Is this about you? And he's like, no. No.
Couldn't be me.
He's like,
that's right. You don't show yourself having your hand in the cookie jar. You don't do that. Be like taking a picture, like, look what I'm doing. Yeah, well, it's part of my memoirs.
So how did all of that come about, though? I know that the last that we had talked to you, you had obviously music for Solunar Records movie Overnight. And you were on there with a ton of great artists. They even mention you in the movie. You know, do we go see Silhouette Death? I loved it. Do we go see Silhouette Death or Feast on the Fallen? Which one? And,
right.
And I was like, that's really good.
What's funny about that is I thought like my song would be in a totally different scene, honestly, or like section. So like me and my wife were watching it, and she's like, "Oh, so he put you in the sex scene?" I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much. I guess so."
Hey man, you could be the new
playing in the background.
Look,
I'm not
Yeezy's
complaining.
starting a whole
Like,
Yeezy is starting a whole Yeezy porn thing.
ugh.
What?
It might be time for you for. Oh, you didn't hear that? Yeah.
No.
There is now Yeezy porn.
Yay. Make sure to stay away from that.
I see
Yeah.
what you did there. You said yay. Hilarious.
But
subtlety.
so now
Most
we
hilarious.
need to just start. Now the next release needs to be like a compilation of like Dead Dreams bedroom music selections or something. I mean,
Bedroom music.
I'm currently in my bedroom. Maybe I want to hear
like-
bedroom music.
Like Cradle of Filth. Like, you can't go wrong with Cradle of Filth in the bedroom at any point. So, and Typo.
I don't know if I know them.
You don't know Cradle of Filth?
I don't know that I do. Okay,
I'm not sure if we
gonna
can be
look 'em up.
friends anymore, Yana.
Gonna look
My
'em
God.
up.
I'm sure you've heard of Cradle of Filth. At
I
least
would
like
hope so.
at least like a handful of times. Danny Filth being like the most handsome goth man since fucking the dude from Typo Negative. What the hell is his name again?
Peter Steele.
Since Peter Steele.
He's a what?
The most handsome goth man since Peter Steele.
He's a huh?
Are you not looking
I'm
at him?
looking like at the pictures here,
Did
and
you
I'm
see
not.
Did you
I'm
see him
not-
without makeup?
Yeah, he's the whole band is a satanic vampire fucking death metal band.
Huh.
Was that him with or without the face paint?
That was with face paint.
Look at him without
With-
the face paint.
yeah.
Then he-
Okay,
We know who Justin likes.
well, I could care less about Danny Filth, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've just seen like other people just like drool over the man. I was like, oh,
are
okay.
we seriously talking about the same person?
Yeah. There's people that drool over that man. It's pretty incredible.
Eh?
And he's like 5 foot and nothing. Like,
I can't see what
he's
that looks like. Yeah.
super.
Well, I'm gonna
Super
say
short.
right now that like, is this? Hmm?
Yeah, that's him. Mhm.
We all have different types.
Hey, it's not Ian Watkins. That's all that matters. That's all that
We
matters. It's
all
not
have
Ian
different
Watkins.
types.
Speaking of Ian Watkins, did you guys see that someone actually had a Lost Prophets patch on their jean jacket at like a music festival, and they got outed for it?
Nope.
Y'all didn't see that like running around the internet?
No, but I did see. I sent you the thing where the No, I'm more on the like, what the heck? It's like I don't think I know a lot of I don't think I know a whole lot of musicians that like most of the people I know.
Ian Watkins is in jail doing a lot of bad things.
Okay.
Those bad things involve children.
Ew.
He was the lead
Ugh,
singer of the
yeah.
band Lost Prophets in the early 2000s, and someone still had the gall to have a Lost Prophets patch, a huge back patch on their jean jacket. And I'm like,
Okay, that makes sense.
should probably burn that, buddy. Should probably burn it.
But in a counter, like what I do know is a member of the Five Tops got put in a straitjacket because he told people that he was a member of the Five Tops.
Sent me that one.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who the Five Tops are, Dad?
No.
It's a late 18th century instrumental band that Jonna got into whenever she was a child.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Bite me. It's bad enough that my kids already talk about the 1900s.
Yeah, I don't like that.
The song Baby, I had to look for the name of it. I couldn't think of it. Baby, I Need Your Lovin'. Baby, I need your lovin'. That one.
Yeah.
Okay. A member
You mean
of
the
the
Four
Five Tops.
Tops?
It's the Five Tops, isn't it?
What? No.
No, you're right. It's the Four Tops. I'm saying it wrong.
Fuck are you? Who the fuck is the Five Tops? So yeah, it's the Four Tops. And
The
yes, I
Five
know who
Tops
you're
are the
talking
people
about.
from my imagination, Dad.
It's Four Tops
They're
plus.
very
Apparently.
important.
There's a new
Yeah.
member, and it was the member that was in that guy's head. That's why they put him in the insane asylum.
Oh, okay.
Well, somebody heard that one because I got a
Fuck,
laugh
dude.
react, and I love you, whoever laugh reacted for me. But yeah, no, he went into the hospital.
Like
with,
the Five Tops.
No, but they're in my head, and therefore they are very important. But no, a member went into the hospital. He was having like heart attack symptoms. And while he was in there, somehow it comes up and he's like, oh, yeah, I was a member of this band. Like, full stop. They took his oxygen away. Okay?
Fuck.
They took his oxygen away
They took that-
immediately.
They took that man's right away to breathe. They're like, no, like we're taking that back.
Then they put him in a straight jacket. And we're
No
taking
respect.
him immediately full send to the psychiatric ward.
No respect for that man.
Mm.
Like, nobody did a Google search. Nobody did anything. They just said, you, my darling, are not dying. You're just insane. And they
Well-
took his oxygen.
Like, okay, so like in all fairness,
They took his oxygen.
I'm not saying that's right. But, like in all fairness, like, okay, so there's a basketball player, I forget his name, but he's like homeless now. He's been on drugs and all that other stuff. If no one watches basketball in this said hospital that he goes into and he says, hey man, I used to play basketball for, this team. And they're like, nah, dude's crazy. But he actually did. Same thing with like Ric Flair. If he's like all old and decrepit and you don't know who Ric Flair is, he goes in there. What are you doing? You're
We
fat.
all own baby computers.
Yeah, but they're not going to look that
Google
up.
that shit.
Hospital. They're not going to look it up in the hospital, bro. They ain't got time. They got someone in room 13
Before
dying.
I take a man's ability to breathe, I'm gonna probably look at shit.
Let's just be frank here. If some dude comes walking in the hospital with heart attack symptoms and he says, I'm the kiss stealing, wheeler dealing, son of a gun, woo, you're going to throw that man in the insane asylum, right? But lo and behold, it's the nature boy Ric Flair. You just threw the nature
I
boy
don't
in
think
the
that would
insane
ever
asylum.
happen.
If that were to ever happen, that's a big problem. But some people just don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah, well,
Boy,
Especially
we
since-
really do go off.
I say, especially since no one listens
we
to the
do.
4 Tops or the 5 Tops. Whatever.
Five Tops. The
Pretty soon it's
Five
gonna-
Tops are highly
Five
important
Tops.
in music history.
Pretty soon it's going to be the 6
oh
Tops.
yes, the biggest band in the fucking 40s, 50s, and 60s, the Five Tops. Fucking Christ. Leave it to Rihanna to fuck everybody up. Like, you ever heard of the Five
Listen.
Tops, D's? No.
Nobody,
No, I have not.
nobody
You mean
should
the
have put
Four
me in
Tops?
charge of the adults. Okay, we all need much adultier adults than the adults.
The 5 Tops
That
is a
are
new
present.
local Pittsburgh band.
Oh, I would scream. I would scream. I would die laughing if somebody decided that was a thing.
I know someone might take it.
We
You
should
never
make
know.
We should make
So-
it and make it a cover band of like 50s pop hits.
Well, apparently it's
With the
it's
Five Tops?
1850s instead of 1950s because Justin over there, remember? Look,
I know, the 18th century. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Like Victorian era shit.
I'm
like,
a great and
dude.
unending evil. I have been alive forever.
I mean,
Ugh. You guys crack me up.
so is it the 4 Satins or the 5 Tops? I think it was the 4 Satins, to be honest with you.
The Four Satins, yes.
No, I think it was the four tops. I
It
have
was-
it.
It
You
was,
said 5 Tops.
I know,
yeah, you did.
but it's not. But it's
It
not
was
satins.
Beethoven, Bon Jovi.
Josh, it was the Three Musketeers, bud. She got it all jacked up. Poor Jonna.
One for all and all for none.
Well, okay,
This
so
is why our interviews are over like 2 hours long. You know, this is because we.
That's
go off
exactly
on
the shit
weird
that I
shit,
said.
like-
That's the shit that I said. Why they go on for 2 hours?
And she's like, "Oh, we're going to talk about this, but why? Why?" I'm like, "Why is there an itinerary? We never stick to it."
Because we try to at least like
Ever.
cover major points.
I will have you know
Oh, geez,
that
here we go.
yeah, I will have you know that we have been live for 40
Yes.
minutes and we have talked
Oh,
about
wow.
exactly what
Could
I
be
put
record.
exactly what I put into the messages. We talked about you being live, EDM. But the one thing that we went off on was whenever we were talking about Saloon Records, because somebody acted like they didn't join when they joined. Well, you didn't just join though.
He acquired
No,
them.
there was an acquirement. There wasn't. It was a joint acquirement. Like there wasn't just, hey, because it was said in the very beginning, like we were like sign you. I'm like, no. That was when Saloon got started. That was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
I want to say
So-
somewhere around that.
Yeah, it was about 4 years ago. It was a year after I started Silhouette. So,
Is this your first step toward a hostile?
so there was. Yeah, no, I don't want to. No, absolutely not. I don't want any of that again.
But you didn't just
No, I
sign
don't
on
like it.
as an artist. You're actually part of the management, and
Yeah,
you have like
I'm
a percentage.
I'm a percentage owner of Saloonar.
So
That
you're a
was the only way
shareholder.
I was going to do it. Pretty much, yeah. It's the only way out, and it's not even really. It's not like a normal label. We're more of a management company of, getting together like merch and helping promote and getting things together. It's not like, because record deals are fucking out the window. So unless
Yeah.
you want your fucking, you want to be in debt for the rest of your life.
No one wants that. Boo.
No. It's bad enough. All of us are pretty much in debt already anyway. So
Mhm.
Fuck, I'm in debt.
Nobody
for the
wants
tank
more.
account, but
exactly. It's more of a helping hand company, kind of like, First Angel. It's helping people get known and helping out where you can. And, pushing out, quality fucking, whether it be artwork or teasers or, albums. Yes, Yana, we all know your tease.
No, I just saw Lee and Josh's comments. Possibly, Lee.
And
Possibly. It says so me and Josh are the only two watching, and I said so possibly. And now I'm seeing where the 4 satins or 5 tops came from.
see, there it is. So basically,
I'm not on my game.
Basically, you're saying that you guys are pretty much trying to present yourselves as a launching pad for other artists, so to speak.
exactly. Yeah.
That's probably the best.
That's
way
what
to
it's
do it.
always. That's what it's always been. Like it's not like it was before, where we're trying to, have everything go through us. Granted, we can do things that, we could do studio, we could do mastering, we could do promo videos, we could do music videos. And if we can't do certain things, then we'll outsource it to people that we do know. or I'll learn how to do something.
I think that
It's kind of like,
Go ahead, Jonna.
to finish. I was just going to say that I think that that's probably like the smartest possible way, because these days, not everyone needs to go into a studio. Not everyone needs to have like the $1 million studio experience, because so many people are able to do it themselves. And you know what? Actually, a comment that Lee just made. Lee Buck just said, more artists should be watching what happened to looking for leads. And that is actually what you guys, Saloon Records, can give, what we at First Angel Media try to give, what Music from the 412 tries to give, what Build the Scene Radio tries to give, is, hey, you need this? Here's this guy, here's this girl, here's this person, here's this place. And it's the leads that you can't get on your own that can really make or break it.
It's a catalog.
Yeah. And having,
but there's not
someone,
the only problem with that is not many people look at it that way. They always think of everything as a competition or cliche, or like it's always fucking butting heads. It's always that. It's never,
there's always bumping heads. You know, there's always that kind of shit. It's hard to even say that, like, a lot of the times there are artists and bands and people that are in it for themselves, and they always try to, I don't know, what's the best way to put it? Like you said, bumping heads, it's always like some sort of a competition, like a pissing competition in some sort of way. Doesn't necessarily need to be like that. You know what I mean?
No,
So,
it doesn't. Like, what happened to the days where, like, a bunch of local bands would get together and we'd all fucking support each other?
And this
what
is
happened to those fucking days?
From Pittsburgh, like, and I hate to say this, and I'm just gonna be upfront that I am a pretty bold speaking person these days. So if you feel like this is about you, I'm not saying it with anyone in mind, so you may want to rethink like why you're thinking it's about you. There are a lot of egotistical assholes. Okay, and Lee is saying narcissistic assholes, and there are a lot of those in our system in Pittsburgh. And I feel
No
like
different here than Colorado either.
Okay, so it's the same in your area as well.
Oh yeah, it's fucking horrible. Everybody
So
has
is
their own
it
clique.
maybe just like
it's
nationwide?
It's 100% everywhere. So it's a strange way to put it. It's like there are shows that I've been to where it's like there was nothing but love, and then I've been to shows there was nothing but hate, and I'm like, there's no reason to have like that kind of hate toward a band that you don't know. Sure, it might not be your cup of tea, but it's like until you actually get to know them, it's like then you can make a judgment whether or not you fucking like them or not. You know what I mean?
Now, Josh is saying unity in the local scene is lost.
Gone. It is gone. It's gone.
And,
like a fart in the wind.
And before this, he said 80% of local bands will roll in night before their set, bail out right after their set, and say screw the rest of the bill. Now, he has done a lot of shows in our area. Dad, do you think that in your area, is it about the same for you with the sets? That.
Now, this happened to me when I was playing Skullfest. I basically I played on Sunday, drove an hour and a half to the show, opened up the show, stayed for 2 bands after me, and then I had to go home because 1, I had to work the next morning. 2, my wife had to be up at 6 a.m. as well to go to work, and she had an important court date. So, there are some things that play into that, and I felt really bad about ditching out. Because one thing I learned was you stay, till the end.
So here's the thing. Let me interrupt you real quick. Here's the thing. If you go ahead and you play your set, you stick around for a couple bands, and you just like, I'm sure you at least like went around to people and said like, hey, look, man, I gotta go, this and that, whatever the case is. So there's a big difference between doing that and just doing your set, packing your shit, and then leaving before the next band comes on. And I've seen that happen consistently throughout some of the shows. Like I'm very picky with shows that I go to. Okay. I'm not saying that I'm like a fucking prude or anything like that, but I wake up stupid early during the weekday. I have shit going on during the weekend. Like, to me, like, I at least gotta have people there that I know. You know what I mean? So I've seen it happen consistently. And there are even bands that I play with, and I say, you better talk to your boys, man, because that shit ain't gonna fly. Like, if that happens, once, and you at least you say goodbye, or you say, hey, thanks for having us, we gotta go, like, this is going on, we gotta fucking get up and go to work. Like, yeah, man, cool, go ahead. But it's like, whenever you go ahead and you're on the bill, you bring 25, 30, 35 people with you, and then you leave, your crew leaves, and then what, there's like 10 other people left in the fucking room. It's like, get out of here.
Yeah, that's kind of a douche move. Like, I would never do that.
Happens
like,
all the time.
If I was gonna bring like 10, 30 people, yeah, I would fucking stick around.
Well, because
sure.
as soon as you leave,
want that crowd
right,
just to be there for me and then peace out. If you're gonna
I
make
have
the
actually
drive to see me, then,
right.
I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna fucking, sign some posters or whatever and hang out and have a drink or two. But it also like there's very rare occasion. Like, it depends on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to the people that were putting on the show already. Like, guys, I'm sorry, but we gotta go. Because we were dead to the world at that point, because we did HorrorCon too, or Horror Fest on top of it. So we were like shredded. Like, we were so fucking tired.
But you went and you said goodbye, and you made your apologies for not staying to the end. I mean, you did everything that you could. I mean, there's just it's etiquette. There are social etiquette, for musicians. And you did stay, even though you were dead to the world. You did stay for at least two more bands.
And it's a level of respect as well. You fucking say goodbye before you leave. Or at least like,
agreed. You don't pack up your shit, fucking pack up your van, and then peace out. Where everybody's like, where'd they go?
Yeah,
no,
that's happened a couple times. It's like the third band goes on. It's like, hey, where'd that first band go? Haven't seen them in like 45 minutes. And
Lee and Josh are both over in the comments agreeing with all of this. And it's just terrible. And there are some really good people, along with there being a large list of people who there are some people who are absolute like shining stars without even trying to attempt to be them. They're just good people. They are supportive. I have seen bands who have straight up said to their fans in their posts, we go on at this time. Please don't get there 15 minutes before our set and then leave.
Yeah.
And like, that is huge respect for anyone who does that, because they know what it's like. And there are times whenever I have seen an entire group of people leave, and then the next band was just as good. And they really missed. I'm sorry if I'm kind of like Justin, like I am an hour away from Pittsburgh. If I'm going into Pittsburgh and I'm just there for entertainment, I want to be there from the start to the end. I paid my money. I'm going out, I'm having fun.
Mhm.
So, you know, why would I
Like,
want
the
to stop?
closest-
Why would I want to pay $10, go in for 10 minutes and then go?
Yeah. Not only that,
You
but
could
like the shows I put on,
shit.
like putting on a venue, like a show here in Denver, is a pain in the ass. Like, one, because of the cost of it. And everybody wants a retainer anywhere from $500 to anywhere from up to $1,200. And then expect fees on top of that, plus gratuity, plus the bar has to make a certain amount, so on and so forth. Plus, you have to bring a certain amount of people or sell a certain amount of tickets.
Mhm.
Like, I drive an hour and a half away to Colorado Springs because the venue I'm working with does not charge me out the ass for that shit. And it's just as good a fucking venue as any.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love that venue. Like, if it's going to be a giant fest that we put on there, I will rent an Airbnb and stay the night.
Yeah.
The shows I put on, I usually open the shit. Because, you know, I'm not that big headed, like, oh, I gotta fucking headline everything I put on myself.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe that.
Hey man, being
Never
the
been like
headliner
that.
sometimes doesn't even work out because you could like headline any show that you want, and most of the time, by the time you go on, like over half the room is gone. Really, depending on what time
Agreed.
it actually is. So I mean, it's either going to be opening or headlining and getting everybody in the room for the people that actually do come from out of town, or you know the people that you want to put the spotlight on. I mean, being the hot opener or being the main event or whatever, being in the middle card right there, that's sometimes the best spot, to be completely honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
It is. And most
you're
people like
still
being
catching the
second
people
or
who are
third.
there. Yeah. You're still catching the people who are there from the beginner and the ones who are coming in for the end.
Like, I like opening because it gives me time to set up my stage. Because I rely heavily on props and shit. But it's only me, so, you know, I could break down quicker than I fucking set up.
Mm.
Which is always better.
Yeah.
If I did my setup in between, like, second or third, like, I'd probably have a bit of a time issue. But, you know.
So there's another thing that Josh pointed out. And Jonna, if you want to point out Lee's comment, you can do that.
Yeah.
Josh said that another thing that blows is self promotion. I work with bands that didn't even share or post about a gig till the day of, or the best was 20 minutes before their set. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. And Lee was talking about because Lee is in a band and he says it's hard to get them to stay sometimes. I try to stay for the whole show unless I have to ride with my band. But I have seen my friends that come to see me play leave early a million times. It drives me up the wall, or they hide on the bar when we're done. I hate that too. Get your booze and get back to the front. And I have to agree. I mean, like both of those, you know, Josh had the subalpine in our area. And it was constantly had shows, like constantly. And he's seen a lot of everything happening with, you know, like we're talking about here. People just they're gone. They show up. They're there until 5 minutes after your set. Hey, see, I came, and then like they're out again. So
Yeah. That's, like, the next show I'm putting on is kind of an experiment. Because the next show is July 20th, and it is like, I have a solo artist called Chemo that's opening up that's like death metal kind of electronic. And then I'll be doing a live performance, but I will have burlesque part of it. at the same time. So
you're gonna have backup dancers.
It's more like they have a backup DJ because I'm doing galvanic. So
okay,
it's more of a, like I said, it's an experiment to see how it goes. Because putting on and being part of the burlesque it's fucking hard, dude.
You're gonna take
There's a lot of planning that goes into it.
We've actually done that. First Angel has put on shows that had burlesque. But it's also fun. It almost gives it almost gives like a refresher. It's like a palate cleanser before you move on to the next bands.
Yeah.
I know that sounds really weird, but
no. Like, I'm not only that, but I work with an amazing group of ladies that do that. So
yeah,
which I've also DJ'd for them too, so it works out. But this is something new that I wanted to do. I'm like, what do you think of doing this? And I gave them like the album early, like 2 months ahead of time, just to start practicing and shit. So, and I consider them all like, sisters, which with a lot of, I'm not sure if you run into this, but a lot of DJs and or people that are willing to help out or just there to creep out to a point, if you know what I mean, creep out.
I do. The modeling side of First Angel Media, over at First Angel Modeling, we actually, safety is a huge thing that we deal with to make certain that we don't get the creeps and such. So I can only imagine with dancers and burlesque, that is something that you guys will deal with. I think he froze. There he is. You froze for a minute. I'm wondering if I froze at any point in time. If I did, I am 100% certain that it was during a point whenever my face looked something like
now, like a little bit. But no, you were good.
Just the blandest expression on your face. You're just
I could see that too. At least it wasn't like normally the still frames catch me in like a really like kind of,
kind of like when you send videos out like of yourself, it just gives the worst possible fucking view.
The still frame that it grabs.
Yeah, that's by far the worst for me. I hate that. Like,
it's like I didn't choose this.
Not at all. So we are actually at a record for us. 1 hour, 3 minutes, and we have talked about all of the things which we said we would talk about.
And more.
We're getting better. We're getting better at this timing.
I mean,
still not
honestly.
Still not the best, but we're getting there.
We're getting there.
Yeah. I mean, who wants to stick around for a 15-minute interview? That's kind of boring. You don't get to truly know the fucking people that, are part of the fucking interview.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I think though that we've done really well. Is there anything we haven't touched on? Like, what do you have coming up?
So, I got the show on the 20th. I'm working on a new album already. And probably going to make a music video for, at least one music video for Galvanic, which will probably intertwine, because I'm going to record the burlesque live show.
Okay.
So I'll probably put in do a music video of that, if the girls will allow me.
Are there time frames on that, or is it all just pretty much to be determined?
So the new album, I plan on at least putting one song out by Halloween. It's instrumentally, it's already halfway done. So, and then the music video, probably September-ish, maybe. Depends on how good the video turns out. And then, of course, July 20th. Plus, I have 2 more shows lined up after the 20th.
Nice.
So, yeah. But that'll go back to the normal.
What do we expect from Lunar Records? Just more of the same kick-ass stuff?
Yeah, trying to make it happen. Yep. I know each of us have a lot of things in the works. Below the Beloved. I'm working on Anti-Hero's new image. Him and Caleb are working on a new album or EP. I pretty much already got the mask done for Anti-Hero, which he's teased a bit. Plus new logo and stuff like that, which is already done. Overnight, been trying to push for physical releases of that. Merch for everyone. Which I will have a new fucking merch bundle, a couple new merch bundles out here.
Merch for everyone campaign.
So we haven't really said, for those of you who are not aware, for those of you who will be watching later on, Lunar Records, which is SOLUNAR Records. You can find them anywhere. They are Texas and Florida based. And now they are also Colorado. Now, so they take up a pretty wide range of areas. They have on their roster, we've got what? Blood of the Beloved. Anti-Hero. As I Speak. A friend of Justin and I's. We've got the Death of Zenith. And then we've got Silhouette Death on their roster. It is a small-ish roster. They do not boast hundreds of bands, but they are more of the type of people to want to concentrate on who they have. They want to give their attention to the people who need it. And like Dad here said, you know, they are more about connecting them and getting them the most that they possibly can and then building. They would rather be set up correctly than to spread themselves too thin. But yeah, that's an impressive roster, because I know that we've got As I Speak from Pittsburgh. Where is Blood of the Beloved from?
Those two guys are in, I want to say Knights from fucking Kentucky. I could be wrong. I should know this because I send them shit all the time. But
I know they are not even in
they're
any
completely
of the
separated.
areas. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got
Skeptic actually lives up by me.
Okay.
Actually, he lives in Salt Lake.
Okay. And then
Texas and New Mexico.
So, I mean, really, whenever you think about it, the roster may be small, but that's pretty impressive. Like, they are dealing with multiple states. They are dealing with, you know, you guys are a variety.
We are.
To me, like, As I Speak would stick out not quite like a sore thumb. But he is definitely not of the same as the rest of you, really. It would probably go from like you've got like from mild sauce to like extra hot. And I can't really
we
say he's
pretty much hit
mild.
everything in between.
Yeah, it's just that there's such a range of genres there. He is more rock based, it seems. We're gonna have to ask him that whenever he shows up.
We're more eclectic.
You
as
are
a group, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
I really do believe that you are. Oh yeah, no, it's awesome. And I've heard all of your work, like all of the artists on there. You guys are great.
Yeah,
He's like,
I know Blow the Blow's working on some new shit as well. So, like, we have, like, we put out shit and then work on new shit before the new shit even gets a chance to be fucking run through all the way.
Always got to keep the train
especially
moving.
with me. Yeah, I'm constantly fucking doing shit. Like, it may not be released right away, but it's constantly in the works.
and it's very cool that for such a small label, they have not only such eclectic range here, they are not only dealing with so many various areas that they're covering, but they've also got you all on an actual movie soundtrack. And one of the things I liked about that was because Overnight was produced through Salunar, all of the artists from Salunar are on this, as well as a plethora of other artists. They have a side A and a side B, but it was all very well worked out, and the music and the soundtrack was just as appealing and just as pushed as the movie itself.
Yeah, it was. Especially since the soundtrack was made before the movie, technically.
Right.
The concept of the movie was already there and given to us, so we had that to work with.
So if anybody wants to check out Salunar and Overnight and hear people talking about going to a Silhouette Death show, you know, that, I'm sorry, that was like one of the coolest.
Fly out to Colorado. I agree. I thought it was fucking awesome. I'm like, and the shirt placements.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes. Yes. And I will have to, you'll have to send me your logo so that I can put it on the half naked portrait I had done in your Silhouette Death shirt.
I will. You're gonna have to print out a copy and sign it and then send it to me as well.
Oh, I absolutely will. I absolutely will.
Heathens. We're all heathens.
Sir, you're the one that's already ready to go roast in hell, so.
Sure am. With that nice burn line.
That's right. Farmer Justin.
So that's why I tried. That's why I did this. So I didn't have like the farmer, so it like offset. Look at that. Look how disgusting that
fucking
is.
Horrible, dude.
Makes me hurt. Oh.
Nothing to me. No, it actually did kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I would say that we are good. I would say we actually did this, guys.
Yeah,
we did.
15. So go ahead. Silhouette Death, go ahead and tell them where your socials are, where they could find your music, where they could find your merch. Go ahead and plug it all.
So merch will be dropped on Bandcamp at Salunar Records shortly. Links will be on my Facebook page, Instagram. You can find me on YouTube as well for music videos. And you can stream anywhere from Amazon all the way to fucking YouTube. And everything in between. Apple, fucking Spotify. Just look up Silhouette Death and that's where you'll find me.
There it is.
We go.
And on First Angel Media right here.
Yes.
Yeet. Fucking yeet.
Yes, because there was also a a nice little written article that went out about
It was.
His new release. So you'll have to go to firstangelmedia.com for that one.
All right. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well then, without further ado, we're gonna without further ado.
The Five Tops.
Listen, the Five Tops.
Five Tops. Five Tops.
Five Tops.
Oh wait.
Five Tops are incredible. They play in my head constantly. I will totally admit I'm a goof. Okay. I am the worst music fan in the world. It's like, oh, I like that. I don't know who sings it, but I'm going to hit the button so that I hear it more often. And that's
honestly
how
like
we do things.
that's like half the shit on my playlist on my phone. I don't know who the fuck like half the people I download, but it sounds good. But it's in there. I'm like, this is good. It sounds like so and so, and it's flat out not. I'm like, oh, I don't know when I downloaded this, but here it is.
I will tell you right now that there is stuff from both of you on my playlist. There is stuff from Saluna Records on my playlist. There is stuff from Death of Zenith on my playlist. There is stuff from As I Speak on my playlist.
So you're naming them off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good work.
So, see, I do know the important ones. I do know the important ones. YouTube tells me every year 80% of your listening has been local artists, and I'm like, I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it was fun having you around here, Dead. It's the only way to get you into should I say it? Yeah, it's the only way to get you to my bedroom since you're this far away.
For fuck's sake.
Yikes.
I had to go there. I had to go there.
Put your fucking
Well,
living room
Justin's
back up.
in there too. I'm not the only one, so
See, your wife might no. Your wife would be like, ha ha. No.
yeah.
I die. I get buried by his wife.
Yeah, let's not go there.
You don't even know who my wife is. She could just be just as scary too. So I mean,
I ain't trying
no.
to get buried.
I have. Your wife has actually commented in previous posts.
yes.
She seems like an absolute sweetheart. Although she probably also could kill me.
I don't know, she finds it funny.
I think it's like literally anybody with
Actually, all the time. She finds it hilarious all the time. Like
I think it's like
all the girls from the burlesque section, like find it hilarious because like they think they won't really talk to me because I bring her to everything. Like she's gonna be that girlfriend that's gonna be like hoity-toity, but is quite the opposite.
She seems like a sweetheart. What were you doing, Justin? Were you trying to make the?
No, I was saying anybody with like the wife title would probably kill. Yeah, just to be fair.
I think that the best wife comment that I got ever. Because number one, I love it whenever I take pictures of people and the wives are like, "Oh my god, he looks so hot." Because like that is the best compliment because like she lives with you day to day. She sees you in every range of hotness. And if looking at my photos, she's like, that, then I know I've done my job. Yeah.
Doing well.
The best wife comment ever was, I saw you up there with your camera the first time and I hated you. And I wanted to kill you. But my husband wouldn't let me. Because you were the photographer. She's like, and then I saw how you made my husband look. Honey, you can take your camera up there anytime you want. I will not kill you. And I was like,
you got the hall pass.
I did. Like, I got the oh
Yeah,
my
the
god,
hall
I'm allowed to take his photo now and not be killed. Like,
You got the press pass.
I
What you
did.
got.
Press pass.
I did. I got the press pass. I was like, I'm feeling pretty cool. I am. But it is great to have you on again. And Justin,
Thank you for having me. And
you and I
welcome
will have
back.
to do this again
Hopefully
soon.
there's more.
Yeah, yes, and
Yes.
Sweet.
I just have to learn how to put the video on here of him falling off the cliff.
I got to learn how to manage my time better.
We'll figure it out. I swear that we absolutely will.
Don't we all?
All right. Well,
But it was great seeing you guys.
All right,
Hey,
guys.
Josh, Lee, thank you guys both so much for the comments and for sticking with us. I saw other people popping in and out. Thank you, everybody. Love you guys. Hope to see you again.